was too much. There is prophet.
It's moving. Prophet, this is moving. This is time, this is temperature. So
ओम ज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगण रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं श्रीकृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधाकृष्णपादान् सहगण ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च। हे कृष्णा करुणा सिन्धो दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिकान्त राधाकान्त नमोस्तुते। तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरे प्रिये। नमो महावदान्याय कृष्ण प्रेम प्रदायिने कृष्णाय कृष्ण चैतन्य नाम्ने गौरत्विषे नमः। पंचतत्वात्मकं कृष्णं भक्तरूपस्वरूपकं भक्तावतारं भक्ताख्यं नमामि भक्तशक्तिकं। श्रीकृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंदा श्री अद्वैता गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौरभक्तवृंदा। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। जन्माद्यस्य यतोऽन्वयादितरतश्चार्थे सुविज्ञस्वराट् तेने ब्रह्म हृदयादिकवये मुह्यन्ति यत्सूरयः। तेजो वारिमृदां यथा विनिमयो यत्र त्रिसर्गो मृषा धाम्ना स्वेन सदा निरस्तकुहकं सत्यं परं धीमहि। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। स्वस्ति अस्तु विश्वस्य खलः प्रसीदतां ध्यायन्तु भूतानि शिवं मिथो धिया। मनश्च भद्रं भजता दधोक्षजे आवेश्यतां नोमतिरप्यहेतुकी। Reading from Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, Canto 10, Chapter 51, verse number 58. So this is the last verse spoken by Muchkunda In the previous verses, he asks for a boon from Bhagavan that he should get Padasevan, service to his feet, that he does not want anything even up to moksha, although he is Apavargada, because these are all temporary things. And he said that all these material things, they only increase the pride, and if Krishna takes them away, that is his grace, then one should see this to be the grace of Bhagavan. So he said, I am not desiring anything else but that which is asked by the Akinchan Prarthyatama, which is the ultimate thing prayed by those who are devotees of Bhagavan. So he is continuing in this sloka. Chiram iha vrijinartas tapyamano nutapair avitrishad mitro labdha shantihi kathanchit sharanadaya samupeta stava padabjam paratman abhyamrita shokam pahi mam apannamishaha. So he says that I have suffered here in this material world for a long time. Chiram vrijinartha. By the suffering comes from wrong acts, what we call as papa. So to act against the injunction of Shastra, that's what brings suffering. So chiramiha vrijinas arthas tapyamano anutapai. And various types of anutapas, sufferings I have suffered here. But I did not attain Shanti, alabdha Shanti, because there is never these 6 enemies are never satisfied. Shadamitra, avitrisha Shadamitra. So, Kama, Krodha, etc., they are never satisfied. There is always more and more demand for that. And you are the perfect person to take shelter of your Sharanada, Samupetas, Tapadabjam Paratman. You are supreme, and I am taking shelter of your lotus feet. Please protect me, O Lord, who is under your shelter. And Abhayam Amritam Ashokam. So your feet, they give immortality, fearlessness, and freedom from grief. So this is his last verse of his prayer. So ato adhuna kathamapi mam, this is Vaishnav Toshni. Bhungshva tavat bhogan tadante sakshat padsevanam tu te dashyami eva iti punarvarair pralobhyantam Shri Krishnam padopgrahanena prarthayate chiramiti. So it is as if Shri Krishna is offering to him that no problem, you can continue, enjoy here all the various objects, and at the end you will get service to my feet. Padasevanam tu dasyami eva, you will certainly get it. So you can have some nice time here. Before that, people think seva is problematic, so therefore you enjoy now, and then at the end you can do seva. And that's what he's saying, tadante. So tadante sakshat padasevanam tute dasyami eva. He says, don't worry, your service is reserved, so you don't have to worry, but now in the meantime you can enjoy. So punarvarair pralobhyantam Sri Krishnam. So as if Krishna is enticing him by material boons, and therefore he as if holding Krishna's feet and praying to him in this verse. So Virijanayi Sangramahe Shakravairi Jigisha Lakshanair Upadravair Artha. So Virijanair Artha says that his suffering from difficult situation is that he was fighting for Indra against the enemies of Indra, and he had the wish to win over them. So this was very disturbing to him all the time, making effort to win against the enemies. Hari Hari etavad dinani bhagwantam na bhajat. And he says Hari Hari, like you say, alas, alas, all this time I did not worship Bhagavan Hari, I did not worship you, because I was busy just fighting and trying to win over. So anutapair tapyamana visha bhoge prastute sati avitrishad mitraha vigat trishnani me shadindriyani na bhavanti kathanchit. And I was being troubled by various problems while trying to enjoy, because I was in heaven, so I had visha bhoga prastute, but avitrisha shadmitram. So my desires were never satisfied. So Sadamitra, 6 enemies, he is saying 6 senses, 5 external, 1 inside. So they are always dissatisfied. They never say, this is enough, we don't need anything more. So kathanchit swakritena anyadattena vivekena api alabdha shanti. So I have never found any peace in my life, either by my own self or even when other people preach to me. So I continued to be in anxiety and tormentations. Tena tvad datteshu api bhogeshu evameva punarapi aham bhavishyami. So now if you give me more enjoyment, more opportunity to enjoy, so this will continue for me. I will remain like this, because I have good experience of this here on earth as well as in Indraloka. So I am not interested in it. Visha bhogasya svabhava eva ayam. So this, he says, is the very nature of sense objects, that you are never satisfied with them and you cannot leave them, so you keep on struggling. So that is the anutap. So there is a tapa and there is anutapa, means suffering repeatedly, continuously, one after another, one after another. So he says, I had enough of it. Tasmat ma dehi bhoganiti dyotitam. So by this he is indicating that please do not give me these visha bhogas. I have enough of them. He paratman antaryamin. So immanent being. So what does it mean? That sarvam tvam janasi eveti bhave, means that you already know all this. So please do not entice me. Prahlad was also praying this to Nrsimhadev. Similar statement he made, that I am suffering here and now you are trying to entice me to take more boon. So he also said, take me to the company of your servants, Nemam Nijbhritya Parshvam. That's what he prayed. So then he says, your feet are Abhaya, Amrita, Ashokam. So 3 things which you get from the feet of Krishna. First is Abhayam. Padabjasya Visheshan Trayena. So these are the three adjectives he is speaking of Krishna's lotus feet. One is Abhayam, and they give fearlessness, Amritam, they bring immortality, and Ashokam, they bring freedom from grief. Anyatra manusha sampattau roga vipakshadi bhayam. So anywhere, any other situation, there is fear. Fear of sickness, fear of disease, old age, death, enemies, vipaksha. Somebody is going to trouble you, abuse you, write against you, criticize you. So always this goes on. It says this is what happens here when you have material wealth. And divya sampattau achirasthaitva lakshanam anritatvam. And if you get divine, so this is when you have wealth which belongs to human beings. So what about divine means go to the upper lokas like Indraloka, etc. So he says there it is temporary. Tetam bhuktva swarga lokam visalam shivne punya marta lokam vishanti. So after some time it is over, just like your credit card, you can use it. But if you don't pay the installments, then it will become defunct after some time. So it is achirasthai. Tvalakshanam Anritatvam. He is using the word Anrita, means it is false. It is not real. And Brahma Sampattau, what about if you get the wealth of Brahman? So Tvatpada Sevan Vanchitatva Lakshana Shoka. So in that you do not have the bliss of doing service to your feet. So that is the grief. So whether it is human enjoyment, divine enjoyment, or enjoyment of Brahman, he says, I don't want any one of that. So that is the significance. Iti alantabhir iti dyotitam. So he has indicated that I don't want any of this. Tasman mam apannam apadgrastam pahi. Therefore, please give me shelter of your feet. I am having apadgrasta. I am in a state of distress. I am suffering. Swapadabja eva raksha iti artha. So the only protection is if I come under the shelter of your feet. That is the best protection. Shri Bhagavan Vacha. So now Bhagavan speaks. Sarvabhauma Maharaja Matiste Vimala Urjita Varai Pralobhitasyapi Naikameir Vihatayataha. So he said that, O great king, ruler of the whole earth, your mind, your intelligence is Vimala. So Mala means impurity. Vimala means pure. It is free from impurity. What is impurity? Impurity is same desire for Vishabhoga. And it is urjita, it is very strong. Means it cannot be subdued. Although I tried to entice you by offering some boons, varahi pralobhitasyapi. But your intelligence is powerful. Because sometimes you are not desiring, but somebody else comes along and he says, oh, no problem, you can also have one drink. You don't do it every day. Right? Some people entice like that. So then you say, okay, it's all right. I'm not in Vrindavan. I'm in Italy, where they grow a lot of grapes. So if you take little white wine, no problem. After all, it is good for the heart. And then that's the logic. You have to find something. So he says that your intelligence was not subdued by kami, by any distraction of sense objects. That's why I say that your mind is strong. So devotee has to be like that. Not that little distraction and then you slip. So we have to be fixed, we have to be nishtita, so that we remain in the service of Krishna's feet, under his shelter, and not looking here and there. So that fixity is what he is describing about Muchkunda. So urjita chalayatum ashakyatvat balvati. He says your mind is very strong, your intelligence is very strong, because I was not able to deviate it. So when you are not very fixed, or you are doubtful about something, then someone speaks, then you become convinced about that. Pralobhito varairyatvam apramadaya viddhitat न धीर्मयेक भक्तानाम आशीभिर्भिद्यते क्वचित. So now Sri Krishna is praising him more and is showing that actually this is how devotees are. And those who are sadhakas, they should learn from this. Because those who are actual devotees, that's how they are. They are fixed. But when we are doing sadhana, we are at the stage of practicing, then we should strive for this type of fixity. So he says, pralobhito varairyatvam, that I try to deviate your mind by offering you nice enjoyments, but you did not lose track of your goal. Pramada. Pramada means becoming inattentive, inadvertent, losing track. So you did not do that. So he says, this is how my devotees are. Na dhir mayek bhaktanam ashibhir bhidyate kvachit. He says, those who are my ek bhakta, those who are my one-pointed devotees, so their mind, their intelligence is not divided, it is not attracted by material desires, ashibhi. So material objects, material desires, material talks, they do not change there. Nothing happens to their mind. They remain fixed within. So apramadaya tab apramadam drashtum anyopasakan darshitum va. So he uses the word apramadaya here. So pralobhito varairyatvam. So it should have been apramadam, that your buddhi is apramadam, it is fixed. But he's used the fifth case. So why is that? Tab apramadam drashtum anyopaskan darshitum. So he says, I wanted to show your fixity and your undeviating mind to other worshippers who are not like that. So that's why fourth case has been used. So there is a rule like that Tumant Kriyantargamye Tatkarmani Chaturthi, that Krishnam Drashtum Gacchati, Sa Krishnam Sevitum Gacchati, or Krishnam Drashtum Gacchati. So then you say Krishnaya Gacchati. So there Krishnaya is fourth case, and Drashtum or Sevitum, that is not used. That is understood Gamya. So here also Apramadaya. So Apramadaya means Apramadam Darshaitum. That Krishna wanted to show the fixity of Muchkanda Maharaj, and therefore he is using the fourth case here. That is the explanation, very nice explanation he gives. So Ityaduna Chaturthi Ato Dhiriti. So why is it like this? Because the Dhi, the intelligence, so Dhi Dharnavatir Medha. So Dhi is that by which you hold. So their Dhi is that it holds on to devotion and does not deviate. That is the characteristic of bhaktas. And in the next verse, he shows contrast of those who are not devotees. Because there are also other paths, jnanis, yogis, karmis. So he says they are not like that. So he says, Yunjananam bhaktanam pranayamadi akshina vasanam rajan drishyate punarathitam. So he said that, O king, those who are not devotees, abhaktanam, and yunjananam, means they are not perfected yogis. There are yukta yogis and yunjana yogis. So yunjana yogis are those who are practicing yogis, and yukta yogis are those yukta iti uchyate partha. Krishna says such a yogi is called yukta, means perfected. So they are making their desires weak by doing pranayama, etc. Pranayama also purifies. Do pranayama, it brings some purification. So pranayamadi bhirmana akshina vasanam. So then it becomes akshina vasanam. Akshina vasanam means that its vasanas go less, they diminish. But it says that they do not go away completely. Akshina vasanam doesn't happen. Drishyate punaruthitam, therefore they come up again. Because they don't have the shelter of Krishna's feet. So when problem comes, then there is nothing to hold on to. So then they become deviants. So that is the difference between bhaktas and non-bhaktas. Anya upasakanam tu pramado bhavati eva itya. Those who are not devotee and worshipping someone else, then he says that their pramada certainly happens, means their deviation. Abhaktanam mad bhakta bhinnanam yoginam jnaninam. So these are non-devotees, and what does non-devotee means? Abhakta. So abhakta here means other than bhakta. Abhakta can also means against bhakta, right? So here it means anya. So which means yogis and jnanis. Pranayam shamadamadi bhi. So what they do? They do pranayam, and then they practice samdam, titiksha, satsampatti. So this is not very reliable, because they are trying to control their mind, and trying to control the mind with what? With your intelligence, with your buddhi, but they are also material. So samskaras can overtake you. So uthitam vishyabhimukham bhavati. So they can become attracted to the sense objects. They are not very reliable, these processes. Vichrasva mahim kamam maya veshita manasaha astu eva nityadatubhyam bhaktir mayanapayani. So now he is blessing him. He says, you travel all over the earth as per your wish, no problem. Your mind will remain fixed on me. Mayi aveshita manasa. So manmana bhav mad bhakta. And astu eva nityada tubhyam bhaktir mayi anapayani. And you will have always my bhakti, which is anapayani, means without any deviation, you will have my bhakti. So here he has been blessed by Sri Krishna to remain bhakta, and he can lead his life, remaining life, whatever it may be. Tubhyamiti purvam adhunapi visheshto datta eva. So he is saying, astu evam nityada tubhyam, that let bhakti may be bhaktir tubhyam for you. It may be. So he said that he was already a devotee. It is not that he was not there before, but now he became more fixed. Shatra dharma sthito jantun nevadhir mrgayadibhi samahitas tattapsa jahi agham madupashritaha. So now he is saying something very strange. This appears very strange now after saying all this. He says that remain situated in your kshatriya dharma, means the duties of a kshatriya. No, he's talking about the past. He said kshatriya dharma sthido jantun nevadhi mrgyadibhi. He says in the past when you were a king ruling and following your kshatriya dharma, you had killed many animals while you went for hunting. Mrgya. So people think that kings you will go for hunting, and so many times this question is asked why they do this. So it's not that they have got some freedom from karma if they go and kill animals. They have to follow, they also get karma for that. So he says nevadhir mrgyadi bhi. So mrgaya means hunting, and adi means what? You may also done some yagyas and killed animals in that. That also, there are two views. Purvamamsa says that animal which are killed in yagya, then you don't get any. So yagya himsa na bhavati. The violence in the yagya is not considered as violence. Why? They say because it is ordained by the Vedas themselves. But Bhagavatam opinion is different. Bhagavatam in the 11th canto it says that Pashoralabhanam na hinsa. That you should not do hinsa for Pashu. When it is prescribed offering of an animal, you should just touch it and not kill. So here also, and earlier the story also came of Prachin Barhi. Prachin Barhi, as is named, this itself indicates he did a lot of yagyas and sacrificed animals. The Narada Rishi came and told him that look in the sky, all the animals that you sacrificed, they're all waiting for you. As soon as you die, they will come and attack you. So that means he was not free. That is the indication. So therefore, killing others, this is not a Vaishnava dharma. So mrigyadi bhi, nevadhir mrigyadi bhi. Although you are still following your kshatriya dharma, that's why in the Grihastha ashram they prescribe Panch Mahayagyas, because there are always some violence done and you get karma for that. So to become free from that, you have to do Mahayagyas. So samahitas tattapsa jahi agham madupashrita. He says, therefore now you engage in tapasya while taking shelter of me, and in this way you will become free from the sins of killing those animals. You don't have to take reaction of that. So jahi agham. Jahi means give up or kill. Jahi shatru mahabaho. So jahi agham madupashrita. So when he heard this statement of Krishna, he was very surprised. So he said, ha ha. So this ha ha in English means different, and ha ha in Sanskrit means different. So in Sanskrit when they say ha ha, it's not laughing. It is crying. In Sanskrit, ha ha is when you cry. Ha means out of distress you say ha. In English you say out of happiness. So he's saying ha ha means alas, alas. Ataha paramapi mam swasangat vyojayitum ichchasi. He says, now also you are trying to keep me away from yourself. I thought I will come with you and we will go to Mathura together. And you are saying no. So maivam maivam iti tasya. He says, let it not be so, let it not be so. Remember this Durukti, Vipsa, maivam maivam. He says, please don't do this, please don't do this. Like a child is left in the school by the parents first day in the school. How the child is saying, no, 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 I want to come with you. Don't leave me here. So he says, maivam, maivam. Don't do this, don't do this. Satasya mahautkantham alakshya bhagavata vicharitam. So when Krishna saw his intense eagerness to be with him, so then he deliberated and then he spoke. Ayam asmin avatare swasange netum anarha. So what did he think? He says, in this particular avatar, it is not proper that I take him with me. Why? He will give the reason. Why? He says he is not qualified to be with me in this particular avatar. The reason, this is an interesting reason. He says, Madhya, at least it verifies dinosaurs. Indirectly, it is a verification of the dinosaurs. Why? Listen to this. He says, Madhya Lila Parikarahi Dvaparantar Bhava Uddhava Kruradayo Yudhishthira Arjunadayascha Imam Etan Manvantar Pratham Samaya Asmadananurupo Manusaityukto Hasishyanti. So he says, my associates now, Uddhava, Krura, Balram, etc., or in Hastinapur, Yudhishthira, Arjuna, etc., They are born here now at the end of Dwapar. And this fellow is coming from Satyuga of first Manvantara. So he is huge. He is maybe 3 times the length of these people. If Krishna was 7 feet or 7.5 feet, he was 20 feet tall. He was big. So he says, if I take him with me, then people, they'll say, who is this? They will laugh at him. It's like a human being walking with a camel, or a giraffe. So in Satyuga, people were very big in size. They lived a long life, and they were very tall and hefty. In Kali Yuga, they have become small. Although in the Olympic, they are always breaking the records. But they don't know the record of the previous people. You see how Krishna in Dwapar Yuga, he ran so much. Athlete will run that much now. And Kalevan also ran. It was not only Krishna. And we don't know if Kalevan had some followers who also ran with him. So they ran so much. So in the olden days, people could eat one time and then go working for many hours, not like now. So in different yugas, the life depended differently. Now in Kali Yuga, it is called Annagata Prana. That your life, the prana, body runs on prana. And in Kali Yuga, the prana is only in the food. But in Satyuga, they were Vayugat prana. That they could breathe and that's all. No need to eat. So then Dhruva Maharaj was also doing that. So you see all these people doing tapasya like that. Then Jalagat prana. And then there's Surya yogis, they can look at the sun and get their prana. So these people were very big in size, like you hear about the dinosaurs. So he says that he is Dirghatama and Sthulatama, that he is very, very tall and very big in size. So he is not a human being which matches with our appearance. So now if he comes with me, everybody will look at him with great surprise. Everyone has to look up. And they will make fun of him. Says, who is this guy? He will be a good person for the zoo. Everybody can come to look at him. So that's why Krishna did not want to take him. Tatha samprati eva jarasandhat palayan līlayam tatha agrimasu rukmani harana adi līlasu jarasandadibhi salvadibhi cha sangrame nayam svasanganurupo bhavitum arhati. So he says that I have to still do some more lila, more pastimes. There is the pastime of the Jarasandha, and I will go to Dwarka, then I am going to kidnap Rukmani, killing of Jarasandha, killing of Salva. So he says if he remains with me, he himself will finish off them. He says, what is this? They are traveling Krishna. So he will smash everybody. So then everything, all this lila will be over. So that's why I told him that you go this way, I go this way. I go to north, you go to south. So tatha ayam hi tan madvipakshan maskani va kartalabhyam eva drishtva vadhishyati. So he says that he will kill them just like you kill a mosquito. He says that just like you can kill a mosquito with your hand and smash it, like that he will smash Jarasandha. He is so big, he will just lift him up And if he gives him one slap, Jarasandha will be dead. That's how big he was. So that's what he's saying. Imam swasangad viyojayitum kam yuktim karomiti. He says, therefore I have to find some pretext how not to take him with me. I have to get rid of him. So I have to tell him something. So iti vichintya kevala mallila lilokti mayam tat pratyayakam kimapi aha kshatriti. So kevalam alikokti mayam tat pratyayakam kimapi aha. So he says that Krishna is just making an excuse as if he has got some, because how is it possible that he has seen Krishna as a devotee and he still has got sins of the animals which he killed. We say that he become a bhakta, he become free from all sins. How is this? So therefore he comments that this is alikokti, he is just telling lies to get rid of him. So that he goes away and Krishna doesn't have to take him with him. So then this is the last verse of this chapter. Janmani anantare rajan sarvabhuta sruhittamaha bhutva dvijvarastvam vai mamupeshyasi kevalam. So he says, therefore in the next life, O king, you will be sarvabhuta sruhittama, you will be friend of all living beings, and you will be born as a brahmana, and then you will attain me only. Mamupeshyasi kevalam. There is no doubt about this. So he has to take one more birth. Not only that, Krishna is not taking him with himself, but he has to also give him one more birth. So then he is asking a question as if he asked, Nanu tarhi tvam tvat sangi kada bhavishyami iti yataha janmati. So then as if he has posed a question that okay, this is fine, but then when will I get your sangha, your association? Or I just keep on wandering on earth. So then he says next life, Janmani ayam artha atah pare param dehante tvam madham vakuntham yasyasi eva svavaribhyo api asmin avatare moksham vakunthavasam chadadami kim punastubhyam param bhaktaya. So he says that don't worry, after this end of this life, you will definitely come to my Vaikuntha. He says, I am giving liberation even to my enemies, so what to speak of you, I have no doubt about it. Don't worry at all about it, that you will not get it. So, svavaribhyapi asmin avatare moksham vaikunthavasam chadadami. I am giving liberation, and not only that, I am giving them Vaikunthavasa, residence in Vaikuntha. So therefore, there is no doubt that you will attain it, because you are my supreme devotee, Param Bhakta. Janmani mamcha tavcha iti artha. So he says, when Krishna is saying Janmani, next birth, he says both mine and yours. That in this life we will separate, but next birth we will be together. Sarvabhutanam upkarakatvat. Why? Because you will be sarvabhuta sruhittama. That you will be doing welfare to all living beings. Because if he is wandering here on earth and he is a devotee, what is he going to do? He will do some Krishna Katha. He will talk about Krishna, his pastimes, make devotees. Yatha yogam vidya pradhanacha sruhittama dvijvara paramadriniyo vipro bhutva. So as according to the situation whom you meet, you will give knowledge, vidya pradhan. What kind of knowledge? Knowledge of bhakti. So you will speak on bhakti, and that's why you are Sruhittama, you are the best friend, because this is the best thing you can give to somebody, knowledge of bhakti. And you will be Dvajvara, you will be a very respectable Brahmana. And Mam Kevalam Vairagyatvat Nisparigraham Upeshyasi. And certainly you will attain me, because you will not be attached to anything else. You will have no interest anywhere. So you will certainly come to me. Mat Sangha eva sthasyasi. You will remain with me. So in next life also, as a Brahmana, you will remain with me only. You will have my presence within you. You will not feel that you are alone. So this is Krishna's blessings on Muchukanda. And this is the end of this chapter. Iti sarartha darshinyam harshinyam bhakta chetasam eka panchashatot ayam dashmo jani sangataha. So in this way comes the end of Sarartha Darshini commentary on the 51st chapter of Śrīmad Bhāgavatam.
A couple of questions. So first of all, when Krishna says Janmani, and he says it is also in my next birth, what does he refer to with his next birth?
And Krishna also takes birth.
His next avatar, or his next some prakasha somewhere, or on this earth?
Next, wherever he is born next time, in another planet on earth, he will have his Krishna-līlā. So there he will come.
Okay. So he does not mean that when he will come only when he will come as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu or something like that. Good, okay, got it. And then, could you maybe speak on the difference between Muchukunda here and Kubja? How Krishna treated them differently? Because Kubja he transformed to make her fit to associate with him, and Muchukunda he left in his statue, and then according to a commentator he said, you can't associate with me in this statue.
Well, Kubja was only bent, he did not do anything. He was living in Mathura. This fellow is not living in Mathura or anywhere. Nobody knows him. He came from Swarga, right? He doesn't have any friends or relatives or anybody. Everybody is gone. So what is the point in making him small? He will not adjust. In case of Kubja, it's not that her size became big or small. It's like you have some problem with your knees or somebody, and somebody fixes it so that you can walk straight now. And that's what he did.
Okay. I found it also interesting that he then goes on earth and benefits other people.
Yes.
And
that's what Krishna does. He leaves some devotees also on earth so that others can take advantage. What is this?
Came from Zoom. And then one more question, if I may. So he spoke about the pranayama to purify the vasanas in the mind. And that the abhaktas do this. And the commentator said this means people who are not bhaktas. People who are not bhaktas, they do it.
Because
so
that's their process.
Yeah. So does it mean that it has a different effect if bhaktas do it? would it have a different effect, meaning more purifying or less purifying if bhaktas do it instead of abhaktas? Or is he speaking just about the process here, not about the person who's executing it?
No, the purification will be same as far as pranayama is concerned. It's not going to be different. Just a mechanical process.
Okay, so no matter who does it, this tapasya will calm it down a bit, but
yeah, just like if you take
can't
some
do the
herbs,
purification, no?
if you take some herbs, they have their effect. So it is pranayama is like that.
Okay, I have two questions. One is, we've been talking a lot about grief. Can you define grief, please?
Grief is when you lose something and you are attached to it. So you feel distressed. That's what is grief. You lose a person, a relative or friend or position or post or something which you thought is yours, and then you lose it. So then you become distressful.
So by distress, like sad, depressed, something disturbed in your mind. So then, how should a devotee feel if something they're attached to, like a family member or something, or someone they love, dies?
Give up the attachment.
No, but that's what you do. But I mean, what would be could you describe the perfect response of how they should be if, just say, their mother or father dies, or a sister or brother, someone very close that they love?
The father or mother or anybody dies. Yeah. Death is natural. So it is inevitable. And Krishna says that do not tasmad aparihari arthe na tvam sochitum arhasi. That it does not behoove you to be distressful or in anxiety for something which is inevitable. So death is inevitable unless science finds some solution for it. But at least at present, there is no solution to it. You can put somebody on ventilator, but still he will die. So once you know that, then why grieve over it? What is the reason? It has to happen like that. So why? Because we think it was not supposed to happen. If we know it, then it won't. Like suppose you are driving your car and you fill up your tank. So you know that this tank will take you, so much, say 200 miles. After that, you have to refill it. So when it is over, after 200 miles, you don't start crying, oh, what happened to this? It's over. You refill it because in your mind you already know it and you have accepted it, that this is bound to happen. If I'm driving the car, then it's going to consume some fuel, some gas, and whatever amount I have, it will be finished after some time. So our life also, you can think that you are born with certain, like talking about pranayama, certain number of breaths. Just that we don't know. It's like sometimes you don't know how much gas is there in the tank. The meter is broken. So you don't know. You think it is full, but actually after 2 miles it stops. So in our case, one thing is for sure, that we will die. This everybody accepts. Only thing is when, that is not known. So if we can also accept that part, that we can die anytime, that's it. We have accepted one part, that we will die. Some people don't accept that also, or they forget, or they don't want to think about it. But this is a fact. Everybody knows it. So if you can keep this in your awareness, then it will not bother you.
So if we keep this in our awareness, then just say, like, when somebody doesn't, I know you said it doesn't matter who, but just pretend someone you're very close to dies. Maybe it's a parent, it's their child. Then if they keep in their awareness,
So
it's just...
obviously you will still feel, because you cannot be 100% in your awareness. I know you have emotions.
Yeah.
So they will come, but they are not. You will not be overwhelmed by them. That now you don't feel like eating, you don't feel like doing anything. You will have emotions, but you will not be overpowered by them. That now you become dysfunctional.
Okay. So you might cry a little bit, but then you go on with your day.
You can cry more,
Yeah.
but still inside you know it has to happen.
Okay.
It will remain in your mind. It has to happen. But now I cannot have his association, cannot talk to him, he's gone. So this may bother you, but you know that, okay, it happened, that's all.
You don't become dysfunctional.
Yeah.
Okay.
You don't lose your sleep over it.
Yeah.
You can see the person in the dreams.
Thank you very much.
Hare Krishna. Maharaj, yesterday you gave one homework, Maharaj, that 11th chapter homework, 11th chapter Bhagavad Gita, that in the purport it came. So I was trying to find that verse which explained, but I couldn't come across very clearly, just except this one. I don't know if this would be that.
I did not say 11th chapter.
It was not.
Maybe misunderstood. I said 11th Canto of Bhāgavatam.
Oh.
So, anyway, you tried it. It's in the 11th Canto, maybe 20th chapter, if I'm not wrong.
There's one more question. Yesterday also we discussed that without coming to the mode, actually it's not required for one to come to the mode of goodness to transcend, to reach transcendental stage. So also we discussed that goodness produces knowledge, and but then we also have this Bhagavad Jnana or Sambandha Jnana, so that is not part of the modes. That's
No.
okay, Master.
Mad Jnanam tu Nirgunam. This is Nirguna. Okay, Mohini.
I have a question. In this verse 62, in the last pada, it's said, Bhakti Mai Anapayini. And could you please explain again? I know we had it in Priti Sandarbha, that the seventh case is applied in Bhakti Mai. Can you please explain again, maybe very shortly, why it is the seventh case and not the second case?
Just a grammar rule.
But what is the real?
It's a grammar rule that in case of Bhakti and Priti comes seventh case. Vishashaptami.
And then I had another question regarding the time. Is the effect of time only destruction, or time has also the effect that it creates?
Effect of time is change.
So creation is not a change?
I did not say that.
So destruction is a change, therefore.
Creation is also a change. Change includes everything. Shad vikara, 6 types of vikara. Asti jayate, vardate, parinamte, kshiyate, nashyati. Everything is a change. Birth is also a change.
So we can say that the 3 guna avatars, they are in charge of times. They create, maintain, and destroy by time. So not only Shiva is the presiding deity of time, but also Brahma.
You can say what you want to say, because I don't understand your logic. Don't know what is your logic.
Because I have heard that Shiva is in charge of time. This was my understanding, and I was just then wondering.
So you can change your understanding now.
Okay. So what would it mean then, like according to these Shadvikaras?
Mean what?
When this creation, maintenance, and destroying, and the other, what is included in the time, what would be the correct understanding then?
Correct understanding of what? I already told you that time brings change. That's what I said. Gunavyatikara kala. Bhagavatam says that kala is that which brings change in the gunas. So creation or whether destruction or maintenance, it's all change in the gunas. So the effect of the gunas. And that happens under time. Brahma himself dies in time, so how can he be in charge of time?
And Shiva?
Shiva is eternal.
Okay, so he can be in charge of time.
I don't know what you mean by in charge of time. We have already spoken so many times. Krishna himself says, Kalo aham. I am time. I am sure you have heard that in this class, you have heard it in Gita, you have heard so many times. That it is Krishna who is time. Or time is his energy. Now he manifests in so many ways, so now you can say, okay, Shiva is in charge of time. Okay, you want to say, you can say it.
And it would be correct or it's not correct?
To me it is not correct, but since you are hung up on that and you have heard it, that's all right. I am saying repeatedly that Krishna is the person who is in charge of time. Yeah.
Very quickly, speaking about grief, then you said the problem is the attachment, and this we should give up. So could you define attachment? Is it the desire for, is it the hope to get happiness out of it, out of the object?
Okay, let's ask people. Okay, what is attachment? Please define. Anyone raise hand who wants to say what is attachment. Sandeep, what is attachment? You are an expert in attachment.
I'm just trying that whatever gives you pleasure, that is attachment, because what makes you feel happy. So it could be a person, it could be a thing, it could be any food item. Whatever makes you feel happy, that is attachment. So you get attached to this because everyone wants happiness. Once you are taking that happiness on the senses, only through the senses, not transcending the senses. So you are attached to all things which are related material. That's what I understand.
Good, very good. Anyone else? Somebody else was raising hand?
I was raising hand, Shukha Anushai Raga, but that's actually what Sandeep said.
Good, you are on the same page. So, avidya, asmita, raga, dvesha, abhinivesha, panchaklesha. So our attachment first is to body. That is identification. Basically attachment is that you identify with it. That identification can be in two ways. I, my. And the reason, as he explained, is something which gives happiness. But attachment can also be negative, although we don't think like that. but you are also attached to somebody who is your enemy, because enemy also gives you some pleasure by expressing your enmity, your dvesha. You have emotion. These are two primary emotions, raga and dvesha. So from that come sukha and dukkha. Sukha and dukkha, same, raga, dvesha, ultimately two sides, same coin. They look two separate things, but they are one. Sukha, dukkha is also same. What is happiness? Difficult to define. What is feeling good you now after some time? Same thing can make you feel bad. So is it this happiness or that was happiness? So then that wish to get that happiness, that's what rag is. To wish to have that repetition of that experience, and from whichever you want to have that, or from whomever, then that is what is called attachment. Okay.